basically my question, like, with your experience, what are the tips, like how to attract participants, how to sell out the business? I'm going specific to myself.
That's fine.
This time. India's prices are fixed.
It's a fixed price. It's
Cannot go
you
up.
don't have to worry about setting a price. The book tells you. Yes.
Yeah. My question is basically because, like, a newcomer into the industry, we got all the big fish around.
Mm.
What are your tips in terms of becoming competitive and outstanding? As a young child in the market,
Yep.
how do I go about that? Try to boost myself because the competition's out there. The big
Yeah.
boys have taken almost everybody.
Yep.
So basically, my question, like, with your experience, what are the tips? Like how to attract participants, how to sell out the business. With your experience, basically, that's what I'm looking for. And maybe I'll also hear from anybody here who has got experience in that particular sector. And then how do you network and how do you share ideas?
There's like 3 points that your business can sort of be separated out. I'm trying to remember the 3 of them, but I find it's the price, the quality, and I can't remember what the third one is, and it's annoying me. Leslie might know. I'm trying to think of. You've got, sorry? Probably after start. No, I think it's something to do with systems and processes or something like that. It's actually, it's the ability to repeat. Sorry, that's it. That's the price, the quality, and the ability to repeat. And I feel like it's one of those 3 for any business in that regard. Like I will try and expand it out to everyone else. Like none of us go through a McDonald's drive-through because it's good food, but we know what we're going to get because it's a system that works. And so if you're a business, if you can repeat the system every single time, no matter when I come in, I get the same quality service every single time that's stunning and amazing, I will keep coming back. If it does this, that's a problem. So systems and processes and training are really, really important for a business. We've got the price. You can't be cheaper, but that's a conversation that you can have. How do you create that value? And then obviously the quality and the offering, how far you can go. I think with what you're trying to do, one, don't be afraid. Like, what do you do that's different? What do you do that's special? Because you bring something to the table that no one else does because of the way you look at things and the way you work with it. That's what we all do. And I look in the NDIS space, those big players, they run it on a margin business. They try and make as much money as possible. And sometimes I feel the client care doesn't get prioritized. So how do you build that back in? How do you build the relationships with people? Is there a cohort that's been underserved that you can go, hey, we're your expert. We're the ones that can help you out in this space. And looking at how do you build that from that perspective? Because I just find those big players, they do all of this, but they can't specialize in anything too much because they're just so big. So what do you specialize in? What do you own? What's that market segment? You just go, this is us. We're the ones you go to either in a region or a place or for a certain type of care. And then how do you make sure you have really great people that are delivering that service every time? Because I just find people are churning through the NDIS because they just can't find the help or they just get overlooked or you read all the horrible reports about stuff. Like that's the other side of it. That's what's out there. And that sadly, sometimes it's those big players that are doing it more. So how do you do it that's different and stands out? But as I said, it comes down to, for me, it's that regular, how do you make sure it's quality every time? How do you deliver something that someone says, oh, we go to you because of this reason? Great. And actually maybe ask some of your customers, hey, what do you get from us? Why do you like what we do? What do you care about with this? And use that to inform what you do. My education business has probably changed our focus over 3 or 4 years because our teachers have told us, we get this from what you do. And now I originally started teaching students how to run their own small business. We now talk about young people as confident, creative, and capable because I had a teacher say, we don't come for the business stuff. And I'm like, I've spent 8 years telling people about this. And they said, no, it's not that, it's this. And I went, actually, you're right. It is that. And then we've used that language back out. So what do people come to you for? Find that out and own that, and clearly mark it out. Make sure the language is right. The website says that. The service, the experience says that, and kind of own that.
Just gonna add to that. You just started your business recently. Look, I guess I'm quite connected with India, different organizations as well, and we're dealing with from not just from Tasmania. They're actually he's a franchisee. Were not just from here, but are actually coming from WA and that they're bigger organizations. And I guess they have the trust with gyms because it has got the name and we got all the documentations needed. But I guess if you're a small business, here, you might have to sort of just really start with very small clients and then just really follow through. You get all the documents that you can run that business well. And then from here, I really learned it's just really the word of mouth. Like, I had started gyms here and I thought there's no way it was just going downhill. I only had 9 back in 2018. And this is why I'm very strict with the franchises to deliver the jobs really 100%, 101, because it will grow. To date, I have 52 going 53 franchises across. So what it is really deliver the service to the maximum that you can. And it will really is, because we, especially in the AS, we have clients that are giving us especially WA. And so they're not local. And, Tasmanians love local.
Yep.
So if you can portray that and, having that you are a local Tasmanian business, that would really help. And this is the same thing. Like, the people would say gyms, they thought they were just hiring people, right? And no, they're not. So we have to actually educate the public that we are actually local. We're local business owners, not coming from Melbourne.